Many people are going to go on to the world of work after high school, but many are also going to look for post-secondary training in one way or another. So today we're going to talk about those various options. The first one I'll mention is apprenticeship. That's a program by which you learn on the job to do any number of skilled trades. The process takes about 4 years worth of working hours. You get paid while you learn on the job, so you don't have to shell out of pocket in order to do that. This is an area of our economy that is showing incredible growth right now, and there are lots and lots of career opportunities in the skilled trade. So if you're interested in those, definitely talk to your counselor about how you can get hooked up in the apprenticeship program. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about college and university, but also military training is an option for many. You can get into the military after graduating high school and completing some aptitude testing to join general service, or you can go into officer training if you meet university entrance requirements. So college and university are often confused with one another, so let's clarify that a little bit. What is the difference? College typically has the same calendar as high school and same schedule. So you'll go to school from 8:30 to 4, Monday to Friday, September to June, much like high school. Programs are 1 to 2 years in duration, where you can earn a diploma or a certificate. They have smaller class sizes than you would in university, and you're training for a specific career area rather than a broad education. They'll train you in IT, but very specifically, perhaps in network administration or cybersecurity, or maybe you're learning early childhood education. They are training you for a specific career, anything from accounting to welding, but it is job focused, and they want to get you into a career and working. That's the whole mandate of college. Private colleges will be more expensive than public colleges like New Brunswick Community College or Nova Scotia Community College. Those ones are funded by the government, so they're much cheaper, but there are private colleges around that offer some options those schools don't. The private colleges are a fair bit more expensive. University, you would typically take 5 courses per semester. That's a typical full-time course load. Each course, you have 3 hours of instruction per week, and then you would be expected to do a fair bit of independent study on the rest of your time, readings, assignments, labs, and those kinds of things. The calendar year for university runs from September till the end of April. An undergraduate degree or a bachelor's degree will take 4 years to complete if you're doing it full time. In university, you're going to have very large class sizes, particularly in the first year or two. They could be 100, 200, 250 people in your class, so they're quite large. And the purpose of university is to educate you broadly in a field. So you may study science, but you're going to learn lots about biology and chemistry and physics and particular areas within those specialties to broadly educate you in that field, as opposed to preparing you for a specific job. They're there to educate you. University is more expensive than college. You're typically looking at around $9,000 for tuition per year. You need to know that it is your responsibility to figure out what the requirements are for any college or university or other training programs that you might be interested in after high school, and to plan accordingly. So you need to make sure you have those things selected so that you can take them in grade 12 and have the things required to get into those programs. It's also your responsibility to make sure you have the credits required to graduate high school. We will try and help with that, but ultimately it comes down to you to make sure you've completed everything required. So let's take a look at a comparison between the requirements to graduate high school, as seen in the left-hand column, and the requirements to enter a university science program. This one particular is UNB on the right. And you'll notice there's quite a difference. There's the minimum requirements to graduate high school, and there are things that you have to take above and beyond those requirements to enter many programs, in particular something like science or university. There are many more specific maths and sciences that you need. So you can feel free to pause that and take a look at it. I won't go through all the details on that, but there is a difference you need to know between what it takes to graduate and what it might take to enter another program. Here's a second example: graduation from high school on the left, and a typical Bachelor of Arts university program on the right. So even different programs in university will differ, even the same program, but at different universities will differ. So you need to know where you're planning to go and what program you're planning to take, and make sure you know in detail what their requirements are so that you can plan ahead and choose those courses. Here are a couple of examples from NBCC. Each program has its own requirements. On the left, you'll see electrical construction. The only requirement is that you have a high school diploma. On the right, you'll see respiratory therapy. You need a high school diploma, but you also need some additional maths and sciences. So not every program within a school is the same. You need to check specific schools and specific programs. So, final note, talk to your parents. They know you well, they know your aptitudes. Talk to your teachers, they know what you're capable of. And talk to your counselor. We can give you some insight into what possibilities might be out there for you, introduce you to some things that you might not be aware of, and we can also help advise you on what courses to choose. We'd love to see you. If you need any help, just come on down to the guidance office and book an appointment.